Sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cappers Nation Live, Sunday, the 25th of October edition. Better late than never. Glad to have everybody here. We are running a tad bit behind today. I do apologize. I do humbly apologize. It has been one of those absolute crazy days. And nothing wants to go smooth this morning. So what does that mean? That just means the games are going to go smooth for us a little bit later today. So hopefully they go better than the LA Dodgers or the Guaranteed Saturday did yesterday, because the Dodgers, oh boy, we could talk about that letdown for a while. And unfortunately, I'm still hot about it. I'm still pissed off about it. Well, good morning, everybody. Glad to have everybody tuning in. So we got a nice little crowd brewing this morning. If you're on my personal plays and you have not got them yet, send me a text message if you have not got them yet. That way I can make sure everybody gets them. Good morning, Edward, Mo, Mike, Brown, Sophia Smith, Duke, Real Champ, Josh, and I'm going to skip through these as fast as I can because I know there's about a half hour's worth, and if I miss somebody, I do apologize. Brian, Mitchell, G, Nathan up in Canada, what's going on? My brother Shane. And if I miss you, I do apologize. It's nothing nothing personal. Brian T, what's going on? Josh, good morning. Mr. Ross Pitts, good morning. Duke in the house. Jay Hugh. Swag, what's going on? Good morning. Dan, good morning, sir. Tom, good morning. Let's see, Lamont tuning in. What's going on, Lamont? The Rewinds, what's going on? Well, we know you haven't lost 3 guaranteed Saturdays in a row, because we haven't lost 3 guaranteed Saturdays in a row. But we did drop yesterday's and last week's, but hey, we got out-kicked. I play the same games every single time. Victor, good morning. Says you're late, get the party started. Better late than never. I can always shut the feed off. Josh, good morning. Brian, good morning. Jossie Lopez, good morning. Alrighty, let's see who else is in here. Xavier, good morning. Says the Patriots are going to beat the 49ers. Well, they are the odds favorite to win today. Lance, good morning. T-Money, good morning. Glad you had a good day. T-Money, I see that. Scott, good morning. Scott, hopefully you're doing well. Tim, Jeffrey, good morning. I'm finally starting to catch back up. I'm getting closer to the bottom. Get Tar Heel Tim in the house. Good morning, Sir Neverez. Good morning. Avery, good morning. T-Money says, new to the crew, bought your plays the last couple of days, and I'm up. You killed it for me yesterday, Kyle. Thank you. I'm very glad. You must be on the premium plays. Must be on our premium plays. Glad to have you on board. Todd Warrior, good morning. Matt, good morning. Alex, good morning. John, good morning. Rick, Laura, good morning. Nathan says, talk about the Dodgers, make it entertaining. Billy DeCap, good morning. Mitchell G, good morning. Sly says, morning, Kyle. Hammered him on the SEC yesterday. Jay, yeah, good morning. William tuning in via text, good morning. LT, good morning. William M, good morning. Christopher Bayer, good morning. Kirk, good morning. All right, finally getting caught back up. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody tuning in. If I missed you, I promise I probably just missed it. It was absolutely nothing personal. Hot diggity dog. Just making sure everybody that was on my plays yesterday is supposed to be getting them today. Because for some reason, my list didn't update. All right, we should be good to go. Should be good to go. And if you want that juice, get on board. Mike Scott says, premium plays, free plays, leans, all good yesterday. Thanks, Kyle. And you didn't have to pick both sides. Exactly. Joe D, how's Sunday looking? Sunday's going to be fantastic. Matt, am I kind of quiet today? You know I might be quiet. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. I got to tell you, when I came in this morning, nothing was working properly. Nothing was working properly. From one of the set lighting, the lights were out. Well, they didn't even tell me where the extra bulbs were to replace it, so I had to find it. And then, of course, it's so high up there, I got to find a ladder. We don't got a ladder. So I'm stacking a chair on top of a desk, sliding it over, just so I can get up way up top to the ceiling to change the set lighting. Yeah, real safe. OSHA approved this morning. The Vibe Interactive Free Play Board. They had the big Notre Dame free play on it yesterday. That wanted to do an update last night, so of course it got stuck in the middle of the update, so I had to manually finish it and let that reboot. Nothing wanted to work. The live stream didn't want to work, but nonetheless, it wanted to keep these winners that we're going to be giving you guys away, but somehow we're still here. Scott, we've got Gremlins. There were Gremlins rolling this morning. Real Champ will guaranteed Saturday continue. You have to ask yourself, do my personal plays continue for you? Of course they will. Is that even a question? Tim, no problem. Molly Cruel, good morning. Andre, good morning. Oh, Jay, I don't even know if we want to talk about that one. I need Brian, I need a grip set I need a grip on the set. I know, right? I got to tell you. And we'll do a recap. Matter of fact, hold on one second. I'm going to do a full recap because we always remain transparent on everything that we do. And the games were not even close to being done yesterday when I filmed. First of all, guaranteed Saturday, Iowa State, Oklahoma State over 51.5. I mean, I get it. It lost. 3 missed field goals, 3 easy missed field goals. Dropped passes. We can go over why. Joe D, yeah, it's posted. Absolutely posted. Hold on one second. We can go over for 30 minutes, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But the fact is the game lost. And you know what? I'd play that same game 10 times in a row. And you know what? They're probably not going to miss 3 field goals. to where we end up missing that game. So many dropped passes, so many missed opportunities, lack of scoring early in the game, early in the first half, period. Opened up great 7-7, and then the second quarter, they put up 7. We end up with 45 total points, and we're laying 51.5. Turnovers, missed opportunities, missed field goals, turnover on downs. The one thing that you can't account for is human errors. Real Champs is like 4 interceptions. You know, that definitely goes along with it. You know, it's the one thing that you can't account for is, I mean, they didn't fumble the ball. They held on to it like perfect. 3 interceptions in that game. 3 missed field goals. I don't know how many dropped passes where I'd see them hit them in the numbers and they dropped it. I stand by the play. You know, I've seen comments on YouTube, comments on Twitter about dropping that play or this play, or you guys need to reevaluate who's picking the guaranteed Saturday play. Well, I guess I'm partially to blame, or actually fully to blame, because I was the biggest advocate for that game yesterday. So if you guys want somebody to blame me. That's for sure. But don't insult us saying we need to reevaluate who's picking the guaranteed Saturday, because I'm sorry, I'd play that game 100 fucking times in a row and we'd probably win it more times than we lose. Because how often are they going to miss 3 of their field goals? So many dropped, basic, easy passes, dropped, missed, overshot receivers, undershot receivers. It's not like we were playing subpar teams where you expect that to happen and you account for it and you know it. I mean, but when you're playing the 6th and the 17th ranked team in the country, you generally are going to give yourself good opportunities. So again, obviously we want to win every single one of them. If you guys think that guaranteed games should be blowouts, well, it would be nice. It would be nice. But I'm sure, we all know that ain't reality. Not every game that you play is going to be a blowout. Not every game that you play is going to be a blowout. And just because it says guaranteed Saturday, the only thing that's guaranteed is our guarantee policy. OBZN, NFL kickers are just as bad, man, let me tell you. Lucky, glad to have you on board as well. Definitely, we'll touch that one. And that's why we have our guarantee policy. If you think that you're, for guaranteed Saturday, you're paying $150 and you're betting on a fixed flipping game, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Hell, even those lose. Ask me how I know. I've been in this industry a long time. I've seen a lot of shady things roll by our desk and opportunities. Oh, Brad, you don't need to apologize for the text. At night, I know now from having so many international clients and clients on the East Coast, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, their time and texting me, or 6 o'clock in the morning, their time at 3 o'clock on the West Coast. I always put my phone on Do Not Disturb at night, or else it would probably go off. I wake up to at least 30 text messages a morning from various clients. So no need to apologize, Brad. You're all good. I'm glad we were able to make sure you got on the plates for today. You didn't miss nothing yesterday, as you saw. Kyle B, I kind of like him if that's not too sickening, if you know what I mean. But again, guys, always leave room for error. Always leave room for error because, you know, it's not like we're betting on computers or marbles, all right? We're betting on humans. We're betting on humans to go out there and do their job and execute when they're called upon. And shit happens. Plain and simple, shit happens. And anytime you have money on it, shit can and will happen. It's not like you're betting on robots. It's not like you're betting on computers. Sly, I've seen it all, brother. I've seen it all and I've bet on it all. And let me tell you, I've lost on it all too. Mauricio, you know, I agree. And you know, our guarantee is guaranteed. For some reason, we don't win, we'll take care of you on the next one. We don't lose too many of them, but when we do, we guarantee we'll take care of you on the next one. So, guaranteed Saturday, unfortunately, we ended up a touchdown short. A touchdown short with 3 missed field goals, 3 interceptions. I don't know how many dropped passes that were hit between the numbers for first downs. Mike Brown says, betting on Major League Baseball player to pick up the ball or to make a catch and throw the ball properly. I got to tell you, let's talk about the Dodger game because that's the next. We actually double-dipped premium and personal plays on the Dodgers yesterday. I played catcher growing up. Hell, I remember going to an LA Dodgers fundamental baseball camp. I had to be about 10 years old. And it was put on by Mickey Hatcher and Mike Sosa. And I played catcher. So Mike Sosa being there was fantastic. And I mean, I remember learning this long before him. I remember my dad as a kid yelling this to me. When a play is coming at home as a catcher, first of all, you're supposed to take your mask off. Maybe they stopped teaching that. Maybe because, you know, obviously they're the big leagues. They lose some fundamentals. Not to say he would have caught the ball at home plate. Or maybe he would have. I mean, but hell, that should have never even been a possibility to happen because of the basic routine catch in center field. Maybe getting your body in front of the ball rather than trying to throw it before you even get the ball in your fucking glove. Excuse my language. Sorry, Scott, if your children are around, I will behave. But hell, even when you get the ball out of center field and he doesn't make it all the way home, he hits the cutoff man. Cutoff man throws it straight to home. Yeah, the throw was bad, but it wasn't that bad. He should have been able to snag that ball, and maybe, just maybe, if he would have played fundamentals as well, they wouldn't have made 2 fundamental errors yesterday. But I remember getting yelled at as a kid. When the play's coming to home plate, take your mask off and throw it. Throw it far, far away. Nico in the building. Can you hear me now? Nick Ross says Kenley Jensen should be playing for the Cubs. Pat, you're right. He definitely would have ripped both of them. Animal Funny World, did you lose on your bets last night? Not all of them. Not all of them. Premium plays went 3-1 yesterday. John says some people just don't get that it's gambling. No matter how much intel you have on the game, it can always go the opposite way. Shit happens, man. Just got to lick your wounds and start fresh the next day. Exactly. Jeff, what's going on, my brother? You know, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter how good your intel is, how good your stats are, how good anything that we have is. If the players don't go out and perform and do their job, there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing we can do about it. Plain and simple. Remember, we're betting on humans to go out and do their job. No different than the UFC. Edward says UFC did amazing too. UFC was spot on. FC missed one fight the entire night. Of all his fight picks, he lost one. How about, and if you guys read the write-ups, there was so much more juice in there. Lauren Murphy to win by submission, or to win inside the distance, was over plus 350. I put $1,000 on it, posted a copy of my ticket. By reading the little tidbits, you know, and FC's spot on. Even when he's wrong, his write-ups are spot on because of human error. Somebody's game plan changes. Somebody takes an elbow. Somebody takes a punch to the face, a gut punch, a low blow, a foot stomp. Even when it comes to the UFC, you're betting on humans. Humans to go out and execute the job and the game plan that they set forth. So it doesn't matter how much research we do, doesn't matter how much data we have. When it's all said and done, shit can happen and go the opposite way at times. Unfortunately. That's just how it happens. Brad, you never do. That says, I will never criticize your plays or be a hater, only to learn from why you picked the plays. I went from a $100 better to a $500 better following your plays. Thank you. You're very welcome, Brad. You know, we're always glad to have you on board. And, you know, I get it. You know, complaining is part of the process. You know, you deal with people that get upset, you know, and I get it. I understand it. Trust me, I know. I know better than anybody. I'll be honest. I'm still pissed off about the Dodgers last night. I am. Can you tell? Just on my Bet Online account, that was a $13,000 swing on just my Bet Online account. That's not where else I bet it as well. So it was a monster swing for me, with the Dodgers being a strike away, an out away from closing out the game yesterday. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know what? You move on. So my personal plays yesterday, they shit the bed. We started out great. Actually, we started out very slow in the NC State North Carolina game, but they picked it up. Second half, they picked it up. Game went right over. Right on track, baby. Right on track. Just like we wanted them to. Started out 1-0 on my personal plays. Iowa and Purdue, lackluster game there. They just couldn't get anything started. Nothing was working. Finally got close. But again, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, folks. It doesn't count in sports betting. Brad says, Kyle, it may hurt, but you already know you're going to get it back. Exactly. You know, I had a bad day yesterday, and I'll be honest, I don't think anybody does bounce backs like we do. Tim says, take a sip of something. You know, I don't think, and for people that haven't been with us, I don't think you guys know just how good our bounce backs are. So, am I concerned? Not the least bit. Am I excited? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait for today. Because I know, personally, it's going to be a monster day. Our bounce backs are always sweeter. Excuse me, always sweeter than the losses. And I'm super pumped. Super pumped. Yeah, Jeff, you can't fumble inside the 5 and the 15. You can't. You can't. So my personal plays had a bad day. We started out 1-1. Kentucky laying 3.5. Where did Kentucky go? Kentucky never even showed up. They had a little bright spot in the third quarter where I was like, oh, we got a ray of hope. We got a ray of hope. Kentucky's coming back, baby. I saw them at plus 350 on the money line to win. They were down a touchdown. Getting the ball back, and I was like, oh, yeah, I went and fired 1,000 on it thinking I was going to hit another plus 350 live dog yesterday. No, Kentucky shit the bed. Unfortunately, I had them on a teaser at plus 3.5 paired with the NC State North Carolina over, which was at 53 on the teaser. That fell flat on me. That one fell flat on me. And then obviously the LA Dodgers to the end of the night. The LA Dodgers to end the night, and that one sucked. However, premium plays yesterday, and this is where people on the combo package come hand in hand. All right, this is, a lot of people ask me, well, why would you want both? Well, when one is off, the other is usually on, and yeah, sometimes they'll cancel out each other, but they actually make it so that you can take a losing day and turn it into a break-even day or turn it into a winning day more times than not. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'd rather get juiced out for a losing day than actually have a losing day. I'd take that every single day of the week. I would take that every single day of the week. Ty, thank you for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL Guaranteed Play. Andy, I see you jumped on board it as well. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Glad to have you on board for that as well. Joe D, Neverez, Lenny, Mitchell Z, Neville, Jan, Mike, who is it? Arthur, everybody else that's down the list. I know there's a ton of you guys today. And if you're not already on it, what it is, first of all, before I go over what we did yesterday, our big Sunday NFL play, we haven't lost one all year. We're 6-0 on our big Sunday NFL plays. We're 6-0, and I don't plan on losing one today. I love what we put out, and it's going to be a great one today. And if you've been riding them from the beginning, you're up huge on just the Sunday NFL plays. It's one monster play. We do put our guarantee on it, and remember, the part that's guaranteed is our guarantee. If for some reason we don't win, you'll get the next one absolutely free. The rewinds, I'm 0-3 with guarantees. How are you 0-3? We haven't lost 3 of anything in a row. I keep seeing you say that. I'm 0-3 on guarantees. But how are you 0-3? We haven't lost 3 in a row of anything. Moe says, I bought it yesterday because I need it. Thank you, sir. Glad to have you on board as well. And again, you can get it as part of that big combo package, which, again, had premium plays, my personal plays. The combo package, you'll get a week of premium, a week of my personal plays. You'll get today's big NFL game, as well as next Saturday's Guaranteed Saturday, as well as next Saturday's Max Fight Pick, which FC, by the way, congratulations on an easy Max Fight Pick winner yesterday. Well, my game of the week is different than the Guaranteed Saturday plays. So when you say it like Guaranteed Saturday, it kind of sounds like that. But, yep, got to remain consistent. You know, anybody can have a bad week, an off week. Mo A, if I already bought the guarantee, can I switch and buy the premium? You can buy premiums, but you can't. Are you meaning the combo package, Mo, or are you talking rewinds? It's all good. You'll see consistency. Consistency is where it's at. Because, let's be honest, guys. You can't have a winning week every single week. You can't win every single one of your big games. You're going to have an off time where you lose one, you lose one, you lose one, you lose one, you lose one here, you lose one there. Moe, yeah, you can definitely upgrade. I don't have... Either we can do it one of two ways, Mo. You can purchase the combo package, and then I can either give you $50 credit towards another package, or I can have accounting refund the $50 that you already spent. Whichever one's easiest. Or, better yet, if you send me an email do credit, we can do credit. That's fine. That's fine, not a problem. After you purchase it, let me know. That way I can put it in your account. That way I can put it right in your account. But yeah, that's not a problem. So premium play recap yesterday. Nebraska, Ohio State. We took Ohio State laying the 27 in their beatdown over Nebraska. That was a nice winner. It took a while for Houston and Navy to get over the total of 55.5, but somehow they got that total over. Mo, I see it. I'm gonna delete your email address on here. That way, none of the spammers and the people that are here just mooching steal your info and start spamming you with their services. But I saw it in there. So once I see the order come through, I'll put it in your account. So we started out 2-0. Utah State, Boise State. Later on in the evening, finally got that love by Boise State. Funny, I was tweeting about BYU. I need BYU to get one more score with 4 minutes to go. Well, I was so tired. It was just the blue team. At that point in the day, it was just the blue team. Edward, I have done that for people. I usually get in trouble. Bad idea with gamblers, yeah. I did it for one of my good clients yesterday. That was going to buy the $300 package. And then the fourth and final premium play of the day. The LA Dodgers. The LA Dodgers. The LA Dodgers. So premium plays yesterday ended up having a good day, 3-1. It should have been a 4-0 sweep. And we should all be celebrating the nice big monster day. But hey, it's coming today. All right. 3-1 yesterday, 3-1 the day before that on premium plays. They can't keep a good man down for long. And we're going to come back. We're going to come back with a vengeance and absolutely hammer the books. So, it's coming. It's coming, that's for sure. Funny, my phone must be a little late on the updates because I'm now seeing payment updates for packages come through when they've already been here for a while, when they've already been in for, 10 minutes. But nonetheless, premiums went 3-1 yesterday, 3-1 Friday, 2-1 Thursday. And today's going to be another good day. Today is going to be another good day. So let's make it a good day. And let's have that grand old time. And again, in order to get on the Sunday play, you have to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start breaking down some games. We're going to start with some of these early games. Put you guys on some juice. We should have made The LSU over or LSU yesterday. The college football game of the century. That would have been a nice, easy winner. Mo, I see it. I see it just came through right now, brother. Thank you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be texting you my personal plays as well. I know you've been on my game of the week as well as a Sunday guarantee, or as well as the Sunday guarantee. So I will be texting you. Hold on one second, folks. Mo, I'll be sending you my personal plays right now. If you guys want to be cool like Mo, just head over to the website. Head over to the website, and you too can be cool like Mo. See, it's good to be cool like Mo. All right, Mo, they're coming your way right now. And I forgot, thank you, Tom, for reminding me. If you guys are with BetOnline, they are running a promo. They are running a promo for a free $100 risk-free $100 risk-free bet on the Bucs and Raiders game. And all you have to do is make a wager on the Bucs. Whatever you bet loses, they will refund up to $100 of it. So if you go make a $100 wager on the Raiders and they lose, they will refund $100. But if you make a wager on the Raiders for $100 and they win, they will pay you $100. Now they do put a 3-time rollover on that $100, just so you guys know. However, I'm not exactly sure on how the rollover will work, so make sure you guys read the terms and conditions. Now, in order to do that, you need to opt into that promotion. There's a promotion that you have to opt into it. It's not just go bet it. You have to opt into their promotion. I believe they sent you an email if you have a BetOnline account. At least they should have. It's under promotions as well on their website. And I would not be surprised that, let's just say you bet $100 and you win 95, or let's just, for easy math, let's just say it's even money. You bet 100, you win 100. I would not be surprised for them to put the 100 and 100, which is 200 times a 3 times rollover, and make your rollover 600. But let's be honest, you can roll over 600. Even a small bettor can in no time. So just remember that as well. But again, free $100 wager, courtesy of BetOnline. Matt, over and under, or just, I believe, I would check on their website for sure, but I'm pretty sure 100%, and it's only on your first wager on that game. So if you wager $15 and now you go back and you wager $100, they're not going to give you the free one on the second one. So make sure your first one is the biggest. But as far as that game goes, you'll want to make sure that you read the terms and conditions on their website for that, just to be certain. Because again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually trying to see if I can see it. I don't, for some reason I deleted the email, so I don't have the email anymore. I don't have the email anymore, unfortunately. Actually, Tom just texted it to me. Hold on one second, folks. Cap Restrict. Yes, sir. You'll end up getting next Saturday's guaranteed Saturday play. Yeah, you'll end up getting the next one. Yes. Yes, sir. No problem, sir. Thank you. Okay. So it says, and this was through your emails, $100 NFL risk-free wager. To qualify, 100% risk-free wager, you must submit your BetOnline username or email on the opt-in page. Place a real money wager of $10 or more on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, October 25th. Promotion only applies to straight wagers on the pregame line, spread, or total. So it doesn't matter if you take the total or the spread. If the first qualifying wager you place on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or Las Vegas Raiders game loses, they'll refund your wager for the full amount up to $100 maximum. Refund will be credited as cash in your BetOnline account by 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, October 28th. There's a 3-time rollover associated with your cash refund. So it doesn't say anything about the rollover for your win, only if you lose. So only when you lose is there a refund. So not a bad deal there. But again, you'll need to get that email and click the opt-in. I know I did, and unfortunately, I don't have that email anymore. But thank you, Tom, for sending that to me. Matt, good morning. All right, so we're going to jump into these game day breakdowns. A lot of good games on the board today, but a lot of tricky games. A lot of tricky games on the board today, and it's going to be very interesting today as far as games go. And again, if you're not part of BetOnline and you want to be, we have a promotion with them. It's on our website. I can't talk too much about it on YouTube, or else they get a little upset and slap our hands and kick us off. But if you go to our website, cappersdirect.com, or my Twitter, right at the very top of it, it tells you exactly how to get 2 days of free premium plays or 2 days of my personal plays absolutely free. Just go to the website and follow the step-by-step instructions, and it'll tell you exactly how to benefit from that. Brandon, good morning, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to pull up all the live odds. We're going to start breaking down the games, put you guys on the leans, the breakdowns, and anything else that we need to know. Too bad it's not Sunday night game. A promo is a promo. Mike Smith says they're clearing the snow off the field in Denver, and it's still currently snowing. Fun, fun, fun for Mahomes. You know, I got to tell you, that kid is absolutely fun to watch. That kid is absolutely fun to watch. Alrighty, so I got to get our live odds up and running and all of that good stuff. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll with the game day breakdowns. I'm going to try and go right down the list from every early game. We're going to try and hit every single early game. I may not be able to give you an opinion because we might have a play on it. Or vice versa. But we're going to try and hit every morning game or early games. I know they're afternoon games for you guys on the East Coast. And then we'll go into some of the later games. But we will try and knock off as many of these early ones as we can. Alrighty, so open up this Stats LLC. Open up our program for scientific gaming. Jalen, good morning, sir. You know, we're going to do that one first, Edward. We'll actually we'll do the Steelers game first, okay? We'll do the Steelers game first because that's what I put out in the daily free play video was the Steelers and Titans game. We'll do that one first. And then we'll jump right into the Falcons and the Lions game because I find that matchup very interesting as well. You know, they played like shit. They had one amazing game where they put the beat down. And we rode them as well last week. But we'll go over all of that and then some. We'll go over all of that and then some as well. So, first things first. Pittsburgh and Tennessee, game 477. 478. Jay Hugh, don't make me jealous, brother. Please don't make me jealous. That sounds amazing. Amaris, good morning. You know, I do have to tell you, this matchup between the Steelers and the Titans, as a fan of football, I'm excited for. I am extremely excited for this matchup. Now, I'm actually kind of bummed that between these two teams, one of them's going to have a loss after the day, unless they end up with a tie. But one's going to have a blemish to their record, or both will have a tie, which I highly doubt. But both of these teams have been absolutely lights out. Michael says, yes, Steelers Titans intriguing as a fan. As you know, from a fan standpoint, I absolutely love this. I'm going to be honest. I think the Steelers come in very underrated. I think the Steelers are very underrated. I don't think they're getting as much love as they probably should. Let's start on the breakdown. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think the Steelers come in more underrated than probably any team, especially an undefeated 5-0 team. Now, they're going to be going up against the Titans. And we all know what Derrick Henry's been doing. We all know what Henry's been doing. We all know how he's just been torching opposing teams. And what Sorry about that. Let's see here. What is this? And what he's been able to do so far. Now, there's some things in this matchup that I think really stand out in favor of the Steelers. We're going to go over all of that and then some. But first, let's take a look at where the line started at, where it's at currently, where I expect it to go. All right, so line on this one originated Steelers laying 2.5. Titans have that monster game last week. That money started pouring in on the Titans. Sharps were taking the Titans plus 2.5 all day, every day. Here they are laying 1.5. Some places actually have it at 2. The stations, I believe, are at 2. Bet online is plus 1.5 or minus 1.5, depending on how you're betting it. But first, let's take a look at the money aspect to see if it's changed from overnight when I filmed the daily free play video till now. Obviously, Steelers, one of the biggest public bet teams that there are. Kind of like the Patriots and Brady, Rodgers, and the Packers. They're always going to command a big high percentage. This one's 50-50 when it comes to the side of the game. 51% on the Titans. 49% taking the Steelers. When it comes to the total, the over and under, 62% on the over, 38% on the under. John says the Steelers usually tend to shoot themselves in the foot in big game situations. Coaches get the best of Tomlin. You know, no doubt about it, from a mind game perspective, the staff on the Titans have definitely done a great job taking penalties to save clock time from every different angle. As far as this one goes, when you start taking an in-depth look at it, first of all, Steelers are 20-5 against the spread on the road against decent scoring teams that average 24 points a game or more. The Titans 0-7-3 against the spread their last 10 games after playing a game that went into overtime. Does that really matter? No, it doesn't. Not today anyways. Not in a big matchup like this. These two teams haven't faced off in 3 years, so throw their prior data out the window. Somebody might try and tell you, oh, underdogs are 8-0 against the spread in this matchup. Underdogs are 8-0. Well, you know what? They played it in 17, 14, 13, 12, and 2011 for their last 5 games. So what happened in those years doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Let me tell you. But when you start breaking down the numbers, first of all, they both average about the same when it comes to point scoring. 31.2 for the Steelers, 32.8 for the Titans. Both rush the ball, very similar. 19 yards difference between the two teams, 137 yards on the ground for the Steelers, 158 for Derrick Henry and the Titans. 4.3 yards per average for the Steelers, 4.8 for the Titans. Offensive numbers through the air, very similar. Big Ben and the Steelers averaging 221, 6.7 yards per passing attempt, 264 for the Titans, and 7.6 yards per passing attempt. The big difference for me is when it comes to the defense. When it comes to the defense, before we start comparing defenses, let's take a look at the schedules that each team has faced so far. Steelers started out facing the Giants, then they played the Broncos, the Texans, the Eagles, and the Browns haven't been the highest quality of opponents. When you take a look at the Titans, they started out the year against Denver. They beat them 16-14. Team that the Steelers played close. However, the Steelers were at home. They beat them 26-21. The Titans played Jacksonville. Had a nice big lead. They gave it up late. Or they let it get close late. Ended up winning by 3, 33-30. The fact that they gave up 30 points to Jacksonville late says a lot. Then they played the Vikings. And they needed a miracle to win that game by 1. They played the Bills. They just absolutely pounded the snot out of them. And they ended up winning against the Texans last week, but they needed overtime, a great coaching decision, as well as winning a coin toss and OT, and everything else that came with it. Besides their overtime loss, they've got a 1-point victory over the Vikings, a 3-point victory over Jacksonville, and a 2-point victory over the Broncos. All extremely close games that they've been playing in, with the exception of their one big win against the Bills and their overtime win last week. But what really separates these two teams apart is the defenses. Steelers averaging just giving up 18.8 points a game compared to the 25.2 of the Titans. Titans give up 137 to opposing rushing teams. Titans are averaging giving up 5.1 yards per carry. If the Steelers want to run the ball today, they're going to be able to. If the Steelers want to run the ball today, they should have zero issues running the ball. Titans give up 273 in the air, 7.2 yards per passing attempt. If the Steelers can establish the run, it makes Big Ben's job down the field a hell of a lot easier. And we all know that's capable. Edwards says, expect the unexpected. Watch it be a big passing game. If it's a big passing game, I'm going to put my money on Big Ben in this matchup. Now, if it's a running game and the Titans are successful running the ball, then I think they're going to have a slight edge. However, the Steelers have been excellent at defending the run, holding teams to 66 yards a game, 3.3 yards per carry on average. Their secondary and their defense giving up just 219 yards in the air to opposing offenses, holding teams to 6.4 yards per passing attempt. Both are, hugely plus in the category of turnovers. The Steelers coming in at +5, +6 for the Titans. When you start breaking down this game, I think it's going to be won defensively. I think it's going to be won by the Steelers' rush defense and what their front line is going to be capable of doing. So for that aspect, I did give out a daily free play on this one. This is one, it's not a premium play or anything like that. But the very first play that I gave out, and I gave it out in the daily free play video yesterday, was the Steelers +1.5. So for everybody that didn't watch that video, we'll get that one up on the free play board for everybody. We'll get that one up on the free play board for everybody. Oh, hold on. I have it on the wrong setting because it updated. We're going to take the Steelers plus the 1.5. I think they get the job done. I don't think they get pounded here. And I honestly, my honest opinion, I actually really like the game. But in big marquee matchups and games that I expect to be close, I don't expect this to be a rout. I do not expect this to be a rout. I do not expect them just to come in and pummel the Titans. By no means necessary do I expect that. So because of that, knowing what I know, I'm obviously not going to go out and just pound the snot out of this game. Alex is going to have to fade this time. Titans win by 3. Okay, no problem. No problem. Samuel, Juan, Mr. Holt, LT from the Northwest, Carlos, Jeffrey, thank you for jumping on board the Big Sunday Guaranteed Winner. Thank you for jumping on board. Mo as well, thanks for jumping on board the Big Combo Package. Again, I don't know if you guys saw what the company put out yesterday on YouTube. They made a post on the YouTube community page and their Twitter account. I have had a lot of people this week ask me about that before we break down the next game, that Monster 5K package. I've had a lot of people ask me about it. And they're running a special bonus, a little surprise. It's actually not a little surprise. It's a big surprise bonus on that big package. And what that is, it's a year of premium plays, a year of my personal plays. Guaranteed Saturdays, my game of the weeks. If you're not on the Sunday play, we'll make sure you're on the Sunday play for today. And then the company, which, and this was not even my doing. I think it's really cool. Normally they're tightwads. But they're doing a huge, huge, huge surprise bonus for everybody that jumps on board it today. So if it's something that you were wanting, here's your opportunity to score something really good with it. I promise it'll be worth that part alone. But Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, Cash App, Venmo, Bitcoin, all of those options work. Thought I'd just throw that out there because I know not everybody checks Twitter. Oh, and it's doubled. The package is doubled anyways. So it's actually a 2-year package. So it's actually stupid cheap. It's actually stupid cheap when it comes down to it. So is it a baller package? No, because it ends up being $6.80 a day. $6.80 a day for premium plays, my personal plays, guaranteed Saturdays, my game of the weeks for 2 years. Rich, do we do anything promos for Thanksgiving? We do a Black Friday sales, but it won't be better than this one. That's for sure. That's for sure. This one, the 5K with the bonus that they're giving, I've never seen them do it like this. Never seen them do it like this. But yeah, they've got some good sales. And again, it ends up being $48 a month. I didn't know I was on the free play board. You know, $48 a month, you know, you can't go wrong there. That's for sure. All right, so we're going to go back and start breaking down some games. Next one we're going to do the Lions and the Falcons. Oh my. Lions coming in 2-3, straight up 2-3 against the spread. Falcons 1-5, coming off their big win last week over the Vikings, pounding them by 17 points, 40-23. They're 1-5 straight up, 2-4 against the spread, and find themselves 4-2 to the over after 6 games. After 6 games of play, 4 of their games have gone over the total. As far as this one goes, first of all, line opened up, Falcons laying 3. That number has completely shifted. Total opened up at 56. Give me 1 second. I guess it helps me get the line back to where it needs to be. As far as this one goes at BetOnline, line is now Falcons laying 1.5 minus $1.10. But I'm going to be honest with you. If you're backing the Falcons straight up right away, if you're going to lay 1.5 minus $1.10, lay 8 cents more and take them on the money line. Therefore, you only need to win by 1, not by 2, just for laying 8 cents more. However, if you're taking the Lions, you can get them at plus 1.5 minus $1.10 with a total on this one over and under 55 points. As far as the money aspect on this one goes, where is the money line? First, it wouldn't be fair to tell it without giving the full disclaimer. Again, I use this money where the money is rolling to my advantage on when to bet, not who to bet on. So I don't care if everybody's on one side. I'm not just going to instantly say, okay, I'm taking the other side. All right, but however, if I know everybody's going on the over and I want to bet the over, I'm going to bet it sooner rather than later. That way I beat the closing line. However, if I want to take the Lions and I know everybody's pounding the Falcons, I might just wait and let everybody keep pushing that line down for me. But that's not the case today. 53% of all the money coming in on the spread is on the Lions plus 1.5, having no faith in the Falcons to actually get the job done 2 weeks in a row. As far as the over and under goes, 74% of all bettors coming in are rolling in on the over on this one, which has actually seen the total drop by a point. So a little 1 point reverse line movement there on the total from opening at 56 to now being at 55. Henry Warden, you need to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. Navas, how long ago was Cappers Direct established as a company? Been around over 20 years. 19 years, I think, as a whole. Crazy, I think yesterday you were asking how many employees we have. Now you're asking how long we've been around. Hopefully we see you jump on board. Especially after doing, your research and your due diligence. But you'll have to add one more to that employee count because another employee was hired yesterday. Or well, the paperwork was signed yesterday. Made it official anyways. Now, as far as this one goes, when you start diving in depth into it, first of all, offenses, very, very, very similar numbers, except when it comes to the passing game. Mo, maybe he wants to open competition. Hey, by all means, people are more than welcome to come jump on board and join the world. Payroll here is pretty flipping good. I got to be honest. The payroll here is pretty damn good. But then again, Lucky, do we get good discounts as an employee? Discounts to what? Discounts off of our premium plays? I think it's a size 10, Edward. I think it's a size 10. Nigo, Nick, can you hear me now? Dr. Franco says employee 1. No. A lot more than one employee, that's for sure. A lot more than one. I wish it was one, because that means I'd be making a hell of a lot more money, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, what he's got to spend, right? Lucky, when you're an employee, you get them for free. All right, so offensive numbers very similar, except into the passing game. Defensive numbers give an advantage to one team as well. We're going to go over all of that. All right. I love this matchup. I really do. On paper, I think one team is actually better than the other on paper. Now, how that transpires on the field, we're going to find out. That is true, Dr. Franco. That is true. Due to the fact that we do deal with a lot of money and meeting clients. Now, I'm sure some companies will. I mean, to me, it wouldn't matter. To me, it wouldn't matter. Everybody deserves a second chance, but that's the company's ownership standpoint. Now, Detroit, 26.6 points per game is what they average. 27 for the Falcons. Detroit averages 117 yards rushing the ball a game, 4.3 yards per carry. 112 on the ground, 4 yards per carry on average for the Falcons. Very similar numbers. That air attack, Lions averaging averaging 230 yards in the air, 290 yards in the air on average for the Falcons. No, actually, I have to take that back. Lately, in the last 2 years, they have hired a couple that have a record. Just they're being more, which I need to have them put on the website when they are hiring. If you ever been on a New York team, you're auto disqualified, right? You got to fire me, then please fire me. I want a vacation. They've done it on a case-by-case basis the last year, really. So, Glockman, your head hurts. Everybody deserves a second chance. Rodney Stanford, if I put in 50 today, I get all the plays in football? No, you'll get our Sunday NFL play. Our guaranteed Sunday NFL play, which is one game. Hold on one second, guys. I like it. I'd definitely hire the cab driver. The Browns bounce backs are always sweet. We'll break down that game as well. But anyways, yeah, they started hiring people on a case-by-case basis. If they had any priors, depending on what they were. All right, so when it comes to the offenses, numbers are very similar except in the air attack. Obviously, I'm going to give an advantage when it comes to passing, believe it or not, to Matt Ryan and his receivers over what the Lions and Matthew Stafford have. When it comes to the the defense, this is where I think, kind of in the Steelers and the Titans matchup, it favors one team versus the other. When it comes to the Lions give up 28.6 points per game, 30.7 points per game for the Falcons, just a 2.1 point difference. The Lions give up 145 yards a game on the ground, 4.9 yards per carry. So if the Falcons want to run the ball, they're going to have opportunities to run the ball here. Anybody and their mother has been able to run against the Lions, and I don't expect any different today. And the Falcons running the ball are just going to open up a lot more opportunities down the field for Matt Ryan to do his job. Mike Brown, Mo, 3 days of each and guaranteed Saturday, Sunday. Sorry, I'm addicted to the show. Could be wrong. It's actually, the combo package is 7 days. The combo package is a week of premium, week of my personals, the Sunday NFL, guaranteed Saturday, and the max fight pick. So if the Falcons can run the ball against the Lions, they're going to have a lot more opportunities down the field, where the Lions defense has been giving up 234 yards throughout the air, 6.9 yards per passing attempt. When it comes to the Falcons defense, they've been pretty solid at defending the run. But let's be honest, most teams haven't ran the ball that much against them. They're only giving up 97 yards a game on the ground, but granted, that's only to 24 rushing plays. You add another 6 to 9, 10 plays on the ground, and I think that number will be a lot higher. The fact is because teams have just been taking advantage of that Falcons secondary where they're giving up 335 yards a game throughout the air. So Matt Stafford going deep, Matt Stafford picking up first downs throughout the air should definitely be an option and be in play today. When it comes to turnovers, both teams are in the plus category in turnovers. Usually when we get this far into a season, 6 games, and you find a team still in the plus category on turnovers, they generally have a chance to have a winning record. Not these two teams. Not these two teams. Even if you took all the wins combined and put them onto one team, they still wouldn't have a winning record. Okay? They have 3 wins combined through 11 games. Hold on one second. Now, as far as this one goes, and I know we getting off topic because we were talking about hiring and how many employees and this and that. Lions, guys, 11-4 against the spread on the road when playing in the month of October. The Falcons are just 0-6-1, just 0-6-1 against the spread versus an opponent who's done playing Jacksonville after they're done playing Jacksonville. And Atlanta's 13-2 on the under their last 15 games at home against mistake-free offenses, averaging less than 1.3 turnovers per game. As far as this one goes, I do lean towards the Falcons. Regardless of draft pick stock, and all of that, the way the NFL is going and drafting new quarterbacks, Matt Ryan's not getting any younger. I've heard rumors of him and Julio being shopped before the trade deadline. If Matt Ryan wants to keep his stock alive, he needs to keep performing. So as far as tanking goes, tanking only has a negative effect on Matt Ryan's career and the rest of his career. Rodney, thank you. Thank you for jumping back on board. Give me 1 second, folks. So as far as this one goes, I throw that aspect out about the Falcons tanking for a draft pick. If the Falcons were to tank, they would just be replacing Matt Ryan's replacement. We all know Matt Ryan doesn't want that. Look at some of these stellar quarterbacks and look where they end up. So as far as tanking goes, throw that shit right out the equation. Dolphins, whole nother story. As far as the Falcons go, getting healthy and other opportunities. As far as this one goes, I like the Falcons. I do lean towards the Falcons. I lean towards them on the money line. I'm not completely sold on them. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I wanted to make this a personal play, but it's hard to want to put money on a 1-5 team. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard to put money, and the money line's minus $1.18 right now at BetOnline. It's hard to want to put any money. Give me 1 second, folks. After the live show. Just had a customer ask me to explain something. So, again, I like Atlanta. I like them a lot. I just don't know if I have enough faith in the Falcons as a whole. See, back, I like that comment. to want to actually put some money on it. But again, I do lean towards them. Throwing them on a possible teaser could definitely be a great opportunity as well. I honestly think they hang in the game. I really do. So I think that's always an option as well. CVEC says, the greatest part of NFL Sunday is watching Matt Ryan or Phillip Rivers try to scramble up the middle. I couldn't agree more. Michael, I'd have to say over on that one. Mitchell, thank you for jumping on board my personal plays. I'll be sending them to you right now as well. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me send out these plays. Speaking of plays, you guys want to be cool like Mitchell or Rodney and work with me one-on-one directly. You can pick up 3 days of my personal plays or 3 days of premium plays right on our website for $99. And as far as what we do, I'm not the best multitasker at times. We guarantee our packages. So if you buy a 3-day package, after 3 days we're not up, we take care of you until we are. Okay? Same thing with a week, same thing with the combo, same thing with all of our stuff. We will always take care of you guys. Always make sure you guys are making money. All right, so again, I do lean towards the Falcons in this one. We're going to go right down the list, guys. Next one that we're going to do, Teddy Bridgewater's return to New Orleans. Moose says, Kyle, what a day to win that free premium package yesterday. Thanks again, man. You're very welcome. To everybody that won packages, premium plays, UFC. You guys all had a great day yesterday. All for free. All right, so Bridgewater's return to New Orleans. You guys know I've been high on the Bridgewater stock. Even last year, winning the 5 games straight for the Saints when Drew Brees was out. I am a Teddy fan, all right? I'm a Teddy Bridgewater fan. Game 461, 462. But remember, I'm going to take the fan aspect out of it because I think you have to. When you've got the 3-3 Panthers who are 3-3 straight up, 3-3 against the spread, 2-3-1 to the over going up against the Saints who are 3-2, 2-3 against the spread, and 5-0 to the over in this game. As far as this one, first of all, let's take a look at where the numbers started, where they're at currently, and where the money's at. Obviously, the money's probably going to be on the Saints before we even go look at it, all right? Saints opened up 7.5-point favorite with a total of 51. When you start taking a look at the money aspect, let me hit that big refresh button. That way we can get the big, and actually the money actually shifted. Last night the money was on the Saints. It's actually shifted just a little bit, about 10% difference. It's 54% of all the money coming in is on Carolina plus the points, 46% on the Saints, which has that 1-point line drop. When it comes to the total on this one, heavy over, 83% on the over, 17% on the under, 69% of all money line bets are coming in on Carolina to beat the Saints, for Teddy to win again in New Orleans, this time in a different uniform. When you start comparing both teams, first of all, there's no denying the high-flying offense that the Saints are capable of. Capable. Okay? Saints are riding their 2-game win streak after winning their first game of the year against Tom Brady and the Bucs. They lost 2 straight. The NFL world was all up in airs. Oh my God, Drew Brees is done. Drew Brees is done. They're gonna have to go to the backup. Drew Brees is done. Sean Payton's going to lose his job, yada, 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 yada. No. You know, when your first 5 games of the season consist of the Bucs, the Raiders, the Packers, the Lions, and then the Chargers, you might run into a hiccup or two, especially in the beginning of the season. All right? They got rid of the Bucs, and they ended up losing to the Raiders 34-24. Then they lost to the Packers 37-30 by that touchdown, and they were a 3-point favorite. We rode Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in that game. Then they came back against the Lions, and they definitely struggled. They won a 6-point battle there, 35-29. Then they struggled against the Chargers, winning 30-27. But the Chargers have been playing teams pretty close, pretty tough. Now, the last 7 games, the last 7 head-to-head games that have taken place in New Orleans have all gone over between these two teams. Keep in mind, that was with Cam Newton at the helm for Carolina, not Teddy. And I like what Teddy brings to the Panthers. Coaching staff as well, he's made some good adjustments. They started out a little rocky to begin the year, 0-2 to start. But again, they faced the Raiders and they faced the Buccaneers to start the year. After that, they won 3 straight. 3 nice wins against the Chargers, the Cardinals, and the Falcons. I'd have to say the Cardinals are the more surprising one, where they actually sit 4-2 on the year. And we're going to try and talk about the Cardinals later today and why I think they're a tad bit on the overrated side this year. Now, the Panthers are coming off their 23-16 touchdown loss last week to the Bears. The Bears got the best of them. Last week. Panthers 9-1 against the spread their last 10 games versus an opponent after playing a game that went into OT. Lucky says, I know I repeat this a lot, but I just want everyone to know, Kyle and Cappers Nation have done more to take care of me than what they have. Best in the business. I appreciate that, Lucky. We'll always take care of our own. We will always take care of our own. And it don't matter if you're on a free package, a big package, you buy the 5K package, which is on not only a double up, but a huge monster bonus today. We will take care of absolutely everybody. Tammy or Cooper, thank you. Tony, thank you. Jumping on board the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play, which we're 6-0 on the year. And when it's all said and done, folks, going to be 7-0, baby. 7-0 on this big one when we're all said and done. All said and done, we will be 7-0. Now, before you start talking about the numbers, again, there's no denying the high-flying offense ability of Drew Brees. The one part that I don't like about the Saints, and I'm going to be honest, is their defense. Their defense has given up some big numbers. 30 points a game, and we're going to start with defenses. Saints give up 30 points a game to opposing offenses, giving up 100 yards a game on the ground, rushing 3.6 yards per carry. I like that number. Saints front line limiting runs to 3.6 yards per carry, 237 in the air. Now, in the very beginning of the season, they were getting torched throughout the air. Granted, their last 2 games against the Lions and the Chargers, they've been able to scale back some numbers, giving up just 6.9 yards on average per passing attempt. When it comes to Carolina on defense, with the exception of their first 2 games, which they lost, Big Ass Redwoods, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. With the exception of their first 2 games that they lost, they really haven't given up big numbers. They gave up 34 in their loss to the Raiders in Week 1 and 31 to the Bucs in Week 2. But let's be honest, giving up 31 points to Tom Brady and the Bucs is pretty much the norm, all right? Other than that, they gave up 16 to the Chargers, 21 to the Cardinals, 16 to the Falcons, and then 23 in their loss to Chicago. But again, those last 4 games, not one of those offenses can be even comparable to what they're going to see out of Drew Brees and Sean Payton today in New Orleans. And if there's anybody that knows that offense, and you know he's been talking with the defensive coordinators, it's that quarterback, old Teddy Bridgewater. He knows what's going to happen in New Orleans. He knows what to expect. Now, the Panthers defense, giving up 23.5 points a game as a whole, that's even taken into consideration the 65 points they gave up combined in week 2. They give up 122 yards a game on the ground, 4.9 yards per carry. So if the Saints want to run the ball, unfortunately, Carolina's front has been giving up some yardage. Secondary has been outstanding, 218 yards a game on average is what they're giving up. Just 5.9 yards per passing attempt. As far as the turnovers go, even Steven, +1 on each team. +1 on each team. As far as this one goes, it's very hard to bet against Drew Brees at home. It's very hard to bet against Drew Brees indoors. It's very hard to want to take Drew Brees laying a touchdown either. I don't have anything on this game, and I'm being straight up honest when I tell you guys this. I'm not hiding a play or anything like that. I don't have a play on the side of the game. I don't have a play on the total. As far as the side of the game goes, I'm off of. The line actually shifted to +6.5. If it was +7, maybe the Panthers. I think both teams put up a lot of points. The total's at 50.5. If I did anything on this one, as far as a straight up bet, I do lean towards the over 50.5. Saints haven't had a game go under. I expect some high-flying offense. And I look for Teddy to have a big game as well. So as far as that one goes, maybe a teaser opportunity on either side. But again, here's a stat for you. Carolina 14-1 to the over in their last 15 games on the road against prolific scoring teams averaging 27 points per game or more. When Carolina's on the road playing a high-scoring team, they put up points as well. And they give them up as well. So again, I do lean towards the over in this one. Again, don't have a play on it officially, but I do lean towards the over. That's good. All right, so we're going to go right down the list, going to continue rolling on. What do we say about the Bills and the Jets? First of all, the Jets 0-6, all right? The Jets cost me money in week number 1. I actually wasn't a dumb shit. And, I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest with yourself. If you've taken the Jets and you put any money on the Jets, either on a teaser, on the side, any money on the Jets, or hell, even a total on the Jets where you expected the Jets to do any damage, other than damage to your bankroll, raise your hand and say aye. Come on, raise it in the chat. All right? Right here. Right here. I have. Week 1. Ross Pitts, you might be a tad bit behind. If you're asking about the big combo package, the combo package, Mr. Pitts, the big year package, which is being doubled, is a year of premium plays, a year of my personal plays, A year of guaranteed Saturdays, a year of my game of the weeks. And they double it to 2 years, and then plus the big surprise bonus they're giving everybody. Yeah, that's included in that package. So it's 2 years of everything. Dr. Franco says the Bills and the Jets over today. Jets, 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 baby. I know a taxi cab driver that has. Now, as far as this game goes, Bills 4-2 straight up, 3-3 against the spread, 4-1-1 to the over. At least Sly can say he can't confirm or deny. I mean, I can say I've done it. I've done it. All right, I've done it. I've done it. As far as this one go, the Bills coming off 2 straight losses, losing to the Titans 42-16, and they're getting beat by the old Kansas City Chiefs 26-17. Chuck Pugh says, morning, boss. Donald back today. I'm all on the Jets to cover. Sammy Darnold is back, baby. Jets, Jets, Jets. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Buffalo 8-2 against the spread versus an opponent on a losing streak of 6 or more games. The Jets are 0-10 against the spread against poor rushing defense, yielding more than 4.5 yards per carry. The Bills give up 4.6 yards per carry. Oh, wait, the Bills don't have Le'Veon Bell anymore. However, they got that other guy that happened to do pretty good. But again, it is still the Jets. It is still Adam Gase. It is still the Jets, the Jets, the Jets, the Jets. Do I think the Jets will go over 45.5? Do I think the Jets and the Bills game will go over 45.5? As far as that game goes, first of all, and it's up to 46.5 right now on BetOnline. As far as the total goes, when played in New York, the total is 7-3 to the over in their last 10 meetings. The Jets games have gone 2 straight unders as they've put up 10 points in 2 games against the Cardinals and the Dolphins. It's kind of depressing. That is kind of depressing, if you ask me. When you start taking a look more in depth into the options and the betting options and the this and the that, first of all, Bills laying 10, total 46.5. First half, the Bills laying just under a touchdown at 6.5. First half total over and under 23. First quarter over 9.5. Bills laying 3 as well. Nina Lee says we need to keep records on the free plays too. Feel free to keep a record on the free plays. We do. We keep a record of every game that we give out. Alex says I can hear Kyle's cell phone vibrate. It goes off nonstop. Bills team total was 28. It is now 20. Actually, last night it was 27.5, and I almost fired on it. It is now up to 28.5 minus $1.10. The Jets actually have a team total of 17. Oh, my Lord. The Jets have only broken 17 points once this season. Once. What is that saying? What is that saying for the Bills defense? The books are either trying to trap you, thinking that the Jets are going to put up a lot of points. American Police, where's the free play board at? It's right there. It's right over there. They're either thinking that the Bills can't stop the Jets today. Lucky says under 17, haha, big play alert. The Jets have put up 17 points or more twice. But they've only broken 17 and hit that magic number of 18, which you would need today if you were taking the over, once, when they put up 28 in their loss to Denver. Mo says, or saying, the Bills' defense sucks, which I'm going to have to guess the latter of. The Bills giving up 28 points a game on average. They give up 256 in the air, 7.2 yards on average per passing attempt, as well as 131 yards a game on the ground, 4.6 yards per carry. Ben DeSwert says, greetings, man. Thanks for the live. Again, I love these game day tips. My strongest pick, I believe, is the Browns and the Hunt destroying the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in. And again, if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. That goes for everybody. First of all, the Jets are the Jets. Sadly enough, they're 0-6 and 0-6 in every direction. They actually are capable of winning on any given day. Just remember that. They are in the NFL, regardless of who their coach is, quarterback, players, etc., etc., etc. We've seen this time and time again, especially when the Bills were riding the suck bus for years. Pat says, Sammy Darnold has a big day, Jets lose. Sounds about right. As far as laying the 10 goes, guys, I can't lay the 10 on a team that's lost 2 straight and hasn't been able to do diddly squat, even though it's against the Jets. Even though it's against the Jets. For all intents and purposes, the Jets haven't covered a spread. So, for all intents and purposes, the Bills should come out and light them up. They should. They should. But I don't have faith in them laying the 10 points. But there is something that I do like. It is a little bit of an action junkie bet. Now, if the Bills team total was under 28, if it was at 27.5 again, I'd probably lay the money on them to score, put up 4 touchdowns and 4 extra points and hope we don't get out kicked by hashtag kickers suck again. But there is something that I do like in this one, guys, where you are going to put it up on the free play board, and it is going to be a nice little free play for everybody. And I think there is value in this one. And not just value, I think the sucker wins. All right, and if I did or if I didn't, I definitely wouldn't give it to you. That is for sure. So the one thing that I do like in this one, all right, we're going to put this one up on the Vibe Interactive free play board. We already have the Steelers plus 1.5 up there. But what I do like, I like the Bills and the Jets. First quarter over 9.5, which is priced nice and right. At minus $1.10 right now. Screwing up the free play board. Damn technology and me don't always mix together. I like the first quarter over, all right? Bill's going to come down. They'll get their touchdown. Jets will probably end up with a field goal. Bills will come down, get another touchdown. We'll see well over 10 in this one. I think this one will be a nice, easy money. Cortland says the Jets ruin everything. They ruin everything but our first quarter over in this game. First quarter over will cash. In 1 second, folks. Alrighty. Now, any other option in this one, If you can get the Bills team total under 28 at 27.5, I think it's worth a stab. All right? I think it's worth a stab. Other than that, there's not much on this game that I like. Hell, not even taking the Jets and putting them in a teaser, I can trust. I just can't. First half team total for the Bills is 14.5. Jets is 7.5. If they didn't have that hook, I'd probably throw one. How much money am I putting on the over 9.5 in the Jets-Bills game? How much money are we talking about betting? Well, I generally put $1,000 on my over and unders in the first quarter. Anywhere between $500 and $1,000 is what I normally do. And I show my tickets consistently. Yeah, Mo, it could be. It could be. Could be 6-3 and we end up with a disaster, but I don't think we get to that. I think we get plenty of scoring in the first quarter. Navis over 27 looks like a steal. I don't know about a steal. It's still the Bills. In the end, it's still the Bills who haven't put up over 27 points since the beginning of October. All right, so rolling down the list, we're going to do a couple other games. We're going to start bouncing around, hitting some of the later games as well. We'll do Monday Night Football tomorrow. That way we're not wasting our time on that one. Next up, Tampa Bay and the Raiders. And we'll bounce around from all the games now. Did a couple of the early games. We'll bounce around. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about the Bucs and the Raiders. Then we'll talk about some other ones. We'll go back to an early one, then back to a late one. All righty. Edward, yeah, the first quarter over yesterday looked amazing, and then it just fizzled away. Fizzled away. All righty. Next up. Remember, if you have a Bet Online account and you got the promo, don't forget to enter into this promo. That way, you can get the $100 risk-free bet on the Bucs and the Raiders. And again, if you don't have an account there, you get 2 days of premium plays in my personal plays just by going to our website and looking at the front right-hand corner of the screen. On our website, very top. Find out how to get 2 days of plays absolutely free at no cost to you. All right, so this one, guys, first of all, where the line started versus where it's at now. Where the line started, first of all, in this game, Bucs opened up as a 2.5 point favorite with a total of 53.5. where it sits currently. Total is down 2 points to 51.5, and the Bucks laying 4 minus 107. You can get 3.5 at BetOnline at minus 117, or the money line is minus 192 plus 167 for the Raiders at home, who are catching 4 points against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. First half total on this one is 25.5, with the Bucks laying 3 in the first half. First quarter over 10 is the total on this one. Tom Brady never in a hurry to get down there and score. So be careful on first quarter overs. Eddie Sports Money, yes, if you go and you purchase the NFL Sunday Play for $50 and it does not win, you will get the next one free. Frozen screen, thank you. I'll get that fixed. All right, so as far as this one, with the Bucks laying 4 in the total, where it's at currently at 51.5. You've got the Bucks 4-2 on the year, 3-2-1 against the spread, 3-3 to the over. The Raiders have not seen a game go under yet. They're 3-2 straight up, 3-2 against the spread, 4-0-1 to the over, with Derek Carr and the Raiders. Tampa Bay 8-2 against the spread their last 10 games against efficient offenses, averaging less than 14.3 yards per point. Raiders are at 13. Vegas is just 3-12 against the spread at home, when coming off a conference straight-up win, which they are. Don't forget. Raiders coming off their win over Kansas City, beating them 40-32. They haven't played since the 11th of October, so they've had that off week. Before that, they lost 2 straight to the Patriots, losing 36-20 in Week 3, as well as Week 4, losing to the Bills 30-27 by a touchdown there. Then you've got the Bucks, who 2 weeks ago lost to the Bears by a single point. 20-19, they were a 3.5-point favorite. They lost by a single point. And then you got the Green Bay game. I don't know how many people last week I said I absolutely love Tom Brady and the Bucks last week, but I couldn't pull the trigger. Obviously, I should have. Their 38-10 victory over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, total beatdown. Packers came out, were lighting them up, and that underrated Bucks defense stepped in and got the job done. Tampa Bay 13-2 to the over when playing on the road in the month of October, historically as a team. Obviously, their last quarterback was a gunslinger who threw a lot of picks himself and put up a lot of points. Now, the last time these two teams played was 4 years ago, so throw any of that shit out the window. Somebody will tell you that the over is 7-0-1 in their last 8 meetings. Throw all that shit right out the window. That pick six definitely changed and turned the tide, that is for sure. Again, if you guys haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button to help get our video trending on YouTube. Give me 1 second. Jalen says, Rodgers really let you down. I know a lot of people that had some big money on the Bucks. I mean, not on the Bucks, on the Packers. And I kept telling them every time somebody told me, I was absolutely in love with the game. It was just one of those games that I loved, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Never helps in sports betting, right? But anyways, when you start taking a look at the numbers and you start diving in depth, first of all, they both score basically the same, 0.7 of a point difference. Raiders averaging 30.2 points a game, 29.5 for the Bucks. Rushing the ball, very similar numbers, 4.2 yards per carry to 4.1. Numbers identical nearly based on the amount of run plays that they actually play. In the passing game, Raiders averaging a tad bit more when it comes to yards per passing attempt, 8 yards at 278 yards a game, whereas Tom Brady and the Bucks, 6.7 yards per passing attempt, 249. When it comes to the defensive side of things, both of these teams have not had to really defend big rushing attacks. Tampa Bay averaging just giving up 3 yards a carry. Great number there. Aaron, yes, everything that I know, Aaron Jones is supposed to be playing today. Bucks giving up just 3 yards a game, or 3 yards on average per rush. 64 rush yards a game, but they're only defending 22 rushing plays a game, whereas, the average is probably in the high 20s to low 30s. They're giving up just 6.1 yards per passing attempt, 218 yards per passing attempt. The Buccaneers defense has been underrated throughout the season, yet they've had some stellar and standout games. Bobby says, who knew Rodgers was going to have one of the worst games ever? Exactly, right? Very hard to bet against either one of those quarterbacks on any given Sunday, let alone when they're both playing. When it comes to the Vegas Raiders' defensive numbers, they give up 4.8 yards per carry. The Bucs want to run the ball. They'll be able to run the ball today. If the Bucs want to run the ball, they'll be able to run the ball today. Pedro Perry says Jones not playing. Everything that I read, at least before the live show, unless something came out, the show on Fox said the Packers, Aaron Jones, then that definitely changed. Yep, he's listed as inactive 4 minutes ago. But before the live show, he was playing. So, must have suited up, went out there for some warm-ups, and found out he's not playing. So, he's not playing. But again, will that hurt him? They'll have a replacement for it. They'll have a replacement for that. But again, back to the Bucs and the Raiders. As far as the defense goes, I do see a lot of weaknesses in the Raiders defense that a veteran like Tom Brady should definitely be able to pick apart. As far as this one goes, turnovers are going to be a big key. Tampa Bay +4 on the turnovers, -4 for the Raiders. I think Tampa Bay is the play here. I'm not a fan of the 4. I'm not a fan of the 4 or 3.5 minus $1.17, excuse me. I think we see a lot of points, but I don't know if we see enough points to push the total over the 51.5. I know Vegas hasn't had a game go under. The majority of the Bucs games have gone over the total. I think the Bucs put up points. I don't know if we'll see over 51.5. Raiders team total at 24. Bucs team total at 27.5. The only thing that worries me, 3 Tom Brady touchdowns and a field goal gets you to 27. Matt says if the Bucs defense is solid, they play well, they win. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. If the Bucs defense continues to play the way that they've been playing, I don't think it's a matter of the same team that came up against Kansas City, where we saw 72 total points. I mean, it could be. Maybe it goes lights out. We go, 3 touchdowns over. It's very capable. If the Bucs defense doesn't show up, then by all means, the over's in play. That may be a live betting opportunity. If you see a couple quick scores, watch out. Watch out. As far as first quarter, no. I don't back the first quarter with Tom Brady games over 10. Over 10, I don't mind. Over 10, I don't mind. The problem for me is Tom Brady's never in a hurry until he needs to be in a hurry. Tom Brady's never in a hurry until he needs to be in a hurry. And he'll milk. I mean, granted, he gets an opportunity. They'll score quick, but as far as going down the field and milking a 7-8 minute drive for an opening touchdown is not something unheard of for him. And that I'd hate to put money on and come to find out it'd be like that. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, so we're going to take a look at another one, and it's probably not the most favorite one to look at, but I do think it is an intriguing matchup. The Cowboys and the football team. The Cowboys and the football team. Obviously, we saw what the Cowboys did this last week. We were on the Cowboys. They got pounded. Yes, they did. So many people told me I sucked. I shouldn't be picking. We shouldn't be in business because we picked the Cowboys on the money line to beat the Cardinals, and they got pounded by the Cardinals. Yada, 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 yada. Keep in mind, it is still the Cowboys. Granted, they're 0-6 against the spread, 2-4 straight up. They do have 2 wins on the season, both against the Falcons and the Giants. Not much saying there. But when you take a look at the old football team, who's 1-5 straight up, 2-3-1 against the spread, 3-3 to the over. As far as this one goes, and you start taking a look at the options on this one, Edward says the Cowboys are the NFL Knicks. And even look, the Knicks have won games too, right? When you start taking a look at this one, first of all, and you pull up the odds, Cowboys are catching 1. Catching 1 on the road. +1 minus $1.17. Washington is laying 1 minus 103 or minus 112 on the money line. Over and under 44.5. Low total in this one. Low total in this one. Dallas 12-3 against the spread in their last 15 games on the road after a blowout straight-up loss of 20 points or more. The Cowboys have been historically a stellar bounce-back team after getting embarrassed in a monster blowout loss. The Redskins just 1-9 against the spread their last 10 games against weak rushing defense. Defense yielding more than 4.7 yards per carry. And Dallas is 8-2 to the over when playing a team with a losing record. Now, excuse me, there's no denying that the Cowboys probably have the most talented roster that's 2-4 on the season, outside of maybe Atlanta. So when you start taking a look in depth at who they've played, and just take a look at their 4 losses, because we know the 2 teams that they won against, the Falcons and the Giants. They lost in week 1 to the Rams. Keep in mind, no preseason games and you lose by 3. Really, what you see in week 1 is like a preseason game. Throw that shit right out the window. But yeah, they lost by 3 to the Rams. They lost by a touchdown to Seattle. They did lose by 11 to Baker Mayfield, which I'm not sure what that says. And then they just got pounded by the Cardinals. So it's not like they've had the easiest cakewalk and they're losing to scrub teams. They're losing to teams with winning records. Obviously, losing their quarterback. Is it Monday? Is it Ruben? Is Ruben here? Are we allowed to talk about elite quarterbacks yet? And how Dak was never an elite quarterback? Are we allowed to talk about that anymore? Or have we moved on from the elite topic? So weird. Moe says, Dak out and the defense sucks. They are done. Now, the rush defense for the Cowboys definitely needs improving. That is a fact. If you've wanted to run against the Cowboys, that's all you need to do is just run against the Cowboys and be successful. It's definitely elite time. For everybody that knows the inside joke, you're right on track. If you don't, then you don't. And you don't need to know about it because we don't need to go over it, that's for sure. What is McKissick going to be able to do against the Cowboys front line today? The old Red Rocket, Pencil Dick, whatever we want to call old Andy Dalton. Keep in mind, it's going to take them more than a week of preparation to get into the swing of things there as a starting role. Obviously, Dalton, cause for concern. Is he an elite quarterback? No. Is he a very quality veteran? Absolutely. There's a reason why Jerry Jones had no problem paying him all that money to be a backup in case this situation arised. Savage D, you can get him right on our website, cappersdirect.com, and click on the shop link. Or shop.cappersdirect.com. You know, we've got Pick 6 Rivers, Justin Herbert, as long as he plays in San Diego. For the Chargers, will also be a Pick 6 magnet in the future. We can always just change Dalton's name to Pencil Dick Dalton. It has a nice little twang to it. The Red Pecker is elite, ask Ruben. You know, so as far as, and I'm not going to spend much time on this one though. I think Andy Dalton can come in. I don't know if it's going to be today. I don't know if it's going to be next week against the Eagles or later on in the season. But Pencil Dick Dalton should pick right up. You've got one of the best backs in the league as long as he can hang on to the damn ball. Elliott and his 4 fumbles are unacceptable. Dropped balls. He can't fumble the ball. He's got to protect the football. You know, they need to take out a nose ring or two, and if the nose ring is your thing, cool, by all means. But Elliott, start taking out some of that metal out of your nose. It might be distracting you from holding on to the football. when it comes to the rest of the Cowboys, they have a very talented team. The Cowboys have a very talented team, especially receiving, rushing. And I don't expect the football team to come in and do any damage. The Cowboys are still in play with their record to be in the season or into the playoffs. As far as I'm concerned, I think the Cowboys are the play. They're not out of it. They have a quality quarterback to get in the groove and be their replacement. And by all, no means, I'm definitely not a Cowboys fan, that's for sure. But one thing that I can see happen here, believe it or not, the over 44.5. The over 44.5 I do like, as well as Dallas plus the 1. Even a teaser option could be a potential nice bet. 7.5 point teaser at BetOnline would give you the Cowboys plus 8.5, as well as the over 37. Savage, if you buy it, I will ship it to. I will make sure that they ship it to Canada for you. Absolutely. I will make sure you get one in Canada. You order merchandise, I'll make sure you get it, brother. Do they look deflated because they lost their quarterback? Absolutely. Give them a bounce back week, which was last week. They should be back in game day form today. And I'm going to be honest with you, a teaser at plus 8.5 and over 37 at BetOnline is very attractive. It's a very attractive teaser right there. Something that I would definitely look at betting. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it would be a definitely quality bet right there. And if I didn't already have, and I might put something small on it just for shits and giggles when it comes to that one. Because honestly, I think it wins. I think Dallas wins. And I think the game goes over. But the fact that you can get them at plus 8.5 and over 37, I like it. I like it. And if you don't have BetOnline for their teaser options, you're really missing out. That you are. You're really missing out there. Again, the big Sunday NFL play, it is early today. It is one of the early games. So if you're not on it by 1 p.m. Eastern time, you will miss out on the big Sunday NFL game. Give me 1 second, folks. Again, if you're on my personal plays and you haven't got them yet, send me a message. That way I can resend them to you. Savage, I do see your order coming through. I will make sure that that goes out for you as well. Awesome. But again, as far as this one, Rich says no, not the football team, just more like a football team, right? But again, I do think there's a quality teaser option right there, as well as them winning on the money line. Alrighty. Give me 1 second, folks. We're going to break down another game, put you guys on more free plays. One quick second here. Okay. Jeffrey says Buccaneers over or under. While I lean towards the over, I think the deciding factor in that game can really be the Buccaneers defense. So as far as that one goes, I'm off of. When it comes to the Buccaneers total. But again, it is a very interesting matchup. It is a very interesting game. Obviously, on every level, I give Dallas the advantage. With the exception of maybe coaching. I'm not high on the McCarthy and his coaching staff. By no means am I high on their coaching staff and what they bring. That's for sure. Show, thank you for jumping on board. The big Sunday NFL guaranteed winner. Trevor, Mr. Tate. Danny Daniels in the house. Thank you, brother, for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play. Gustavo as well. Terrell, thank you. Shannon, thank you for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL guaranteed play. Kenny, thank you for jumping on board the Sunday NFL play. Jason Rodriguez, thank you. I see you just jumped on board the big 1-year package. I'll be texting you my personal plays. I've never seen you on the live chat. And I know you've been with us a while, but if you are, my games are coming your way if you're listening, brother. All right, so Terrell, absolutely, man. It'll be a nice one today. It'll be a nice one today. Edward says, shouldn't we be smashing the Browns? Shouldn't we be smashing the Browns? Kenny Handra, in order to get on the Sunday NFL play, it's at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I know you're already on it. So if you can't find it, if you have multiple packages on our website, remember, guys, if you have multiple packages on our website, which, Kenny, I know you do, you're still on premium plays, make sure if you're using your phone, turn your phone sideways, okay? Turn your phone sideways, scroll down, look for your username. Right next to your username, you're going to see a small little box with 4 little windows in it. Click that little box. All right, click that little box. Scroll down. You'll see the packages that you have access to. Premium plays, Sunday NFL, all of that stuff. Brandon says, Dallas and Washington first quarter over 9.5. My opinion is a stay away. I think points in that game could be at a premium, and they could come later in the game. Then again, maybe, Pencil Dick Dalton's got his game on point. And will be lights out from the get-go. But again, I'm not really expecting that to be starting, or to start out that way anyways. Is Antonio Brown starting today? I do not believe. I believe he's suspended until week 8. I think his suspension ends after next week. So they've got this week and next week. So in 3 weeks, be playing. All right. What we'll do another one for you guys. We're going to do the Browns and the Bengals game for everybody. Thank you, Dr. Franco. How about Dez Bryant being signed to the Ravens practice squad? Just put him on your main roster and throw him out there. Scott says Colin Cowherd just picked Green Bay laying 14. Laying 14, huh? You know, Dez is a threat. AB is a threat. It doesn't matter what team you put him on. Just put him out on the field. Let him run down the field and run deep routes and deep outs and let them do their thing. They're going to take away one of your top cornerbacks, and more likely a safety will have to keep an eye on him as well, which will allow other players more opportunities to get open. Even if they never threw a pass in their direction. Even if they never threw a pass in Antonio Brown's direction or Dez Bryant if he ever makes the squad, they're a major threat to defend. So, my opinion, put their asses out there and let them be a distraction to the opposing team's defense. Because I got news for you. Both one of these teams don't have 2 wide receivers better than either one of those. Might have one, a.k.a. Mike Evans, for the Bucs. Other than that, show me where they have 2 wide receivers that can do just as good of a job, if not better. All right, so Browns, Bengals, 451, 452 is the game number. We've got the Browns 4-2, straight up 3-3 against the spread, 4-2 to the over. The Bengals 1-4-1, straight up 4-2 against the spread, 3-3 to the over. Bengals coming off 2 straight losses after beating Jacksonville 33-25. They got back to their ways. They got beat by the Ravens 27-3. As well as against the Colts 31-27 in that game. Now the Browns, they lost the first game of the year against the Ravens. Boom, 38-6. Then they came back. They beat the Bengals already once this year, 35-30 in a high-scoring game. They beat the football team by 2 touchdowns, 34-20. They beat the Cowgirls by 11, 49-38. They beat the Colts by 9, 32-23. And then they ran into the Steelers. And I will be honest, I made some good money on the Steelers so far this year. But I gave the Steelers no credit, not only their run defense, but their defense as a whole. Not only did the Steelers get a monster victory, 38-7, but they absolutely shut down Cleveland. The Browns averaging 5.2 yards per carry running the ball, 169 yards a game on the ground. 189 in the air, where they're very lackluster with Mayfield. 6.2 yards per passing attempt. They're very well into the plus category in turnovers. They're +4 on the turnovers, which Mayfield's got 10 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. So, he still got that big 6 INTs on the year. But as far as this one goes, Cincinnati 12-3 against the spread against decent rushing defenses, yielding less than 3.9 yards per carry. Cleveland is just 2-12-1 against the spread the last 15 games when facing an opponent for the second time in a season. And Cleveland is also 7-0 to the over against lesser passing defense, yielding more than 6.75 yards per attempt. The Bengals giving up just a little over that, 6.9 yards per passing attempt. 6.8 for the Browns. The Browns' rush defense has been pretty good. Giving up just 94 yards a game, 3.8 yards per carry. Whereas the Bengals' run defense has given up 142 yards, 5.1 yards per carry, So the key to the game, the Browns running, the Browns running, the Browns running, the Browns running. If they can establish the run, just with any team, it should definitely open up opportunities downfield for Baker. Now, if he's able to convert it, that's a whole nother subject that you should not hold me liable for. Just kidding. When it comes to offense and defense, obviously, I'm going to say Cleveland has a big offensive advantage, especially running the ball. Now, Joe Burrow and the Bengals passing the ball, he's going to be great. I think he'll be a very quality quarterback when his cast members around him, besides T. Higgins, are picked up and they protect him a little bit better. And he gets some more experience. Not yet. Now, this is a rematch. It was a close game. Browns ended up getting that win 35-30. We saw a big shootout. I don't know if I have the faith in a monster shootout again in this one. I think we see some points. So when you start taking a look at the line on this one, first of all, the line has already shifted a little bit with the juice. You've got the Browns laying 3. In order to get it at 3, you got to get it at minus $1.25 right now. It was minus $1.15 earlier in the day. First half is Browns laying 2.5 with a total of 24.5. As far as everything else goes in this game, first quarter over 10, etc. Taking a look at team totals. Cleveland's team total is 27.5. And when you start taking a look at what they've done, when they win, they put up points. When they win, they break 27.5 with ease. When they lose, Baker Mayfield and the Browns struggle with turnovers. So, as far as this one goes, give me 1 second, guys. I do have a free play for you guys on this one. And it will be a quality one. And again, if you're not on the Sunday guaranteed NFL winner, you have 52 minutes to get on board it. We have not lost one yet this year. I do not plan on losing this one. I absolutely love this one. If you guys need one monster play to hammer this week, to end your week on a high note, this is the one to do it. Matthew, the free play board's coming here in just a minute with another free play coming your way. So if you need one monster win to hammer your book, you're down, you want to end up, you want to get back, this is your opportunity. We'll all be high-fiving virtually, COVID high-fiving and cheers in just a couple of hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes, maybe sooner when it's a blowout. Lucky, thank you. I agree. I think it's going to be great game for us. Great game for us. And the combo package, you get it included in the combo package. It's a week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays, the big Sunday NFL winner, guaranteed Saturday next week, the Sunday or the next UFC Max fight pick for $300 included in that. Terrell, we're definitely going to eat the books up today. Bobby Munoz, if you want it, you need to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? And remember, the one-year packages are all doubled up today. And if you buy that big one, the big one, they've got that monster bonus for everybody that buys it before the end of the day today. I think I had 6 people ask me about purchasing it yesterday. And I told most of them to wait until today. So I know one of you guys already bought it today. So the rest, don't miss out. All right, so Avery, do we do other sports like golf, tennis? We do the major sports. Football, basketball, hockey, baseball, soccer. Tijuana Turtles down in TJ. Marble racing. Just kidding, no marbles. Ed, thank you, sir, for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL play. Steve Wynn, thank you for jumping on board the combo package. I'm getting ready to get off the live show, so I text out my personal plays. I know you just signed up on our website and you're new to our website. So I'll be texting you my personal plays as soon as we get off the live show. Because I'm going to get you guys on another free play, and then I'll shoot you a text with my personal plays, premium plays, and everything that's right on the website. So Feek, as well, thank you for jumping on board the big Sunday NFL guaranteed winner. Eddie Sports Money, I see you right there. Thank you. Thank you for jumping on board. You're going to love it. So let's get you guys on a free play for the day. A free play with a little lean twist. All right? Now, here's the free play board. And I know it's going to be a scary one, folks. Baker Mayfield and the Browns laying 3. If you got to lay the juice to get them at 3, I would. I'm sure they're going to be fine if for some reason you get them at 3.5. We put them out at 3 earlier. And I think it was minus $1.10 when I bet it. And then it went to $1.15. And I think it's minus $1.25 right now. But I also like a lean. A lean worth betting, okay? Browns team total over 27.5. I think that's worth a small little lean towards betting, okay? I think every time the Browns have won, they've scored well over 27 points. And I think it's no exception today. Browns win, Browns cover, and their team total goes over. So a good little option right there. And that'll be a nice winner. That'll be a nice winner for everybody. Jay Hughes says the Niners upset the Patriots. Johnny K, good morning. And remember, guys, anything can happen when it comes to betting on sports. Anything can happen. So always bet responsibly. Always bet within your means, okay? Always, always, always. Like number one priority, always bet within your means. Because if anything can and will happen, it will happen. So again, please bet responsibly. Please bet within your means, especially on any of the plays. All right, if you guys, I'm going to be real honest with you guys for the next minute. If you guys got bills to pay, rent to pay, a baby mama to take care of, diapers to go buy, food to put on your family's table, make sure you guys are taking care of home first. One thing that I promise you, the games are not going anywhere, and neither are we. Okay? So, always bet within your means. So as Mo just said, nobody bet your house away. All right? Or your car. Unless you work from home. Then by all means, go fire your car. Just kidding. Your grandma. All right, guys. We will be live tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Browns team total over 27.5 is a lean. All right, guys, enjoy. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. There is a chance that I'll have additional free plays on Twitter. So here's a direct link to my Twitter, guys. So follow me on Twitter. And let's hammer the books. All right, guys, good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. You're welcome, Alex. Alex, don't forget, get on board that Sunday play. You got 43 minutes. It'll treat you right. Just like last week's. Just like last week's. Good luck, everybody. All right, guys, take it easy, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. All tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, guys, have a great day. Have a blessed Sunday. And we'll see you guys later. Enjoy your